what's up with that rust incident? You guys heard about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
No bueno.
Yeah. So how did it start off? What was their budget? It was a $7 million budget. Is that a good enough budget?
Was it that big? I mean,
Is that
it's
decent?
it's a small budget, but I
Hollywood?
didn't know it was.
For Hollywood standards, is that pretty okay?
I would say
That's way tiny, right?
Especially for
With Alec,
It was, yeah.
Alec Baldwin's name too.
Yeah.
It's like big time.
probably. I mean, it looked pretty. I mean, my jaw just kind of dropped when I saw like some like clips on YouTube on that.
Yeah.
of the event, or were clips released? No, there was no clips released of it.
Oh, just like people, different people posting on YouTube
About what happened.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, were they blaming Alec Baldwin?
They sure were.
Really? Jeez, okay, I really feel like they hired someone because she was cheap.
Yeah.
Versus someone that had like years of experience. They just had to pay for a little more. But throughout the production, they were cutting down on their budget.
That's the situation. They did have, I don't know a lot about it, but from what I heard, I think they did have the correct, educated, experienced people. They left for some reason. And then the new people that got on board were very either one, green, and or two, did not know the situation. So
Yeah, they were very green. So a lot of people don't know what so you're in the industry. So this is Jayce, by the way. So everyone, I have with me Jayce Venditti. He is an actor, producer, and director as well.
writer. I haven't done any
Writer?
directing
No
yet.
directing
No
yet?
directing
Okay.
yet.
Good to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Here, and he knows the entertainment industry very well.
Very
So
nice.
Pleasure to have you. What does it mean to be green? To be very green.
A green tomato, a green vegetable that hasn't ripened. You're not weathered, you're not experienced. Green in a situation where you're just kind of thrown onto a set and you don't know, you're not caught up with the situation, which I think is kind of the situation here.
Very similar.
Yeah.
I'd have to
yeah.
agree. I'd have to agree.
Yeah. And the hard thing for Alec is, okay, his responsibility as a producer, but at the same time, man, if you've not been a producer on a film set, it doesn't even matter even how small the film set is. It is, pardon my language, always a clusterfuck. It doesn't matter if you're doing an independent film or you're doing a big studio film. There is so much information going around. Organization is never up to par. Never. They're always running late. Production's always running. They say if a production is on time, something's wrong. So there's a lot.
It's just reality, right?
Yeah.
Plus, he's
Yeah,
like doing two
I agree.
jobs. So he was wearing a lot of hats here, you guys. So
A lot.
and you've done, what was it? Your recent production? Were you doing producing and acting too?
Producing and acting. It's
hectic.
It's super hectic. It's hard to focus on one when you're doing the other.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's not to blame. Yes, he has responsibilities too. But for what happened? They handed him the gun. Armory came in to the church, handed him the gun. They said, "Hey, it's good." What did they do? They did a double check, the triple check.
So that's the thing they're supposed to have. I don't know. They did before, from what I hear. I've worked with a lot of people having done a military film lately, and it doesn't matter how many hands that weapon exchanges. If you're looking at it, you have to open it, show it to somebody else. Then you have to give it to them. They have to open it, show it to you. Everybody has to confirm it that puts hands on that thing. And I think it was done beforehand. And then when the new people came on board again, I think that's what happened. I don't think it was done again. And somehow, how did
a bullet just appeared.
I don't know how much more information. I've kind of stayed away from it. I just know the surface details.
Supposedly they checked it, but obviously they like it was looked over. Obviously the bullet was there. Do you think the bullet just appeared out of nowhere? It's just really weird.
People being
Obviously
unsafe,
someone didn't
in
do
my
their
opinion.
job. And then they handed it to him. Like, was he supposed to check it too? As an actor, was he supposed to look at the gun inside the gun?
If the actor is holding it, yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
No matter who you are.
Oh, he didn't do that?
Yeah. Then that is a big no-no.
Yeah, he did not do that. Okay, so and the way it went down. So she was the DP. So do you guys know what a DP is?
Tell me.
Yeah. So maybe Jayce can tell.
Same as a cinematographer, director of photography. So they're the person between them and the director.
Mm-hmm.
They are the decision key makers on like what the shots look like, how the shots come out.
They want to make sure the framing looks good, and then she directed him to point the gun at a certain angle, and then so He pointed it, but it went off.
Well,
There are
yeah.
even there are even, and I don't know if it comes from the military or the service, but there are, keep never keep. It's like about keeping your, no matter what, keep your finger off the trigger. Your finger doesn't need to be on the trigger. Period. End of story. So obviously his finger's on the trigger and he pulled it.
It looked to me like it was, but I think his defense when people were kind of like, hey, like you it's all your fault, Alec, he was like, I never had my finger on the trigger, but there's footage of him with
Even
it.
if even if his finger wasn't on the trigger, it should have been his responsibility as the last person holding the weapon, double checking and making sure it wasn't cocked, because then obviously it was.
I absolutely agree with you because it's completely unsafe for anyone to. For one, I mean, I feel like anybody would get scared if like anybody has a gun, right? And like, I mean, if you have a gun on you, you have to double check to see if it's on safety. It's just
I think he got to he was like, okay, I'm comfortable, everything's good, we got this arm lady, and then
safety's always
the
first,
assistant
sadly.
even checked it. The was it the camera assistant guy?
I don't know.
Do you remember his name? Holland?
No,
Tom?
not sure.
Okay, any one of those guys. He rechecked
Tom
it.
Holland, Spider-Man.
That's who that guy is. That's Tom Holland. No, what's the
Okay,
guy's name?
Spider-Man.
Okay, so one of the camera assistant guys. Okay, well he checked it too, and then they handed it off to Alec Baldwin. I think he was just like, "We're good."
First of all, this is a real weapon. They should not be using a real weapon on camera.
Yeah,
I know.
that's
I know,
true.
right?
That's true.
Like, number one.
I know, right? It's really, there you go. That's another red flag. So there
It's
was a lot
just
of red
very
flags.
unsafe. It's
There was
just like
already,
it's like you're taking a nap and like how can you feel safe? Like
yeah. They left the ammunition unattended
I heard
during
about
the
that.
break.
I heard about that.
That's a no-no. I mean, even I'm not in the industry, but I know that you don't do that, right? Because like what, you just don't do that.
Nowadays, you don't know. You really. I mean, I don't know if they. I don't think you do background checks for people that are on your set. Maybe that needs to happen. Like they do background check, especially if you're having weapons, because let's get real. There's a lot of haters out there, so you have no idea who's trying to get on your set.
I feel like maybe I mean, I don't know. Maybe it depends on the film set, probably.
Or anybody else. Somebody
The
might
person
not like
that's in
Alec.
charge of it.
Maybe
Yeah.
somebody didn't like
Just
Alec.
for their own safety or not.
Yeah.
Not even for their own safety. I feel like, whoever decides to have someone on set, if they may or may not have any type of background, like it's really up to them if they decide to check it or not. I mean, I don't know. It's up to them.
So the armor, I heard that a lot of people had many complaints about her.
I think one.
Yeah, the second one that was higher, the cheaper hire. Okay.
Okay.
And then they were saying that she was not professional, like she was just leaving her ammunition out, the firearms out. And yeah, so they were like, she's gonna get us into some serious trouble here. I don't know. What do you guys think about someone just like really not hating on her, but they're just like, you know what, this will teach her. Maybe they did something during break. That's a
Seriously.
possibility.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
And that situation, there are so many different
So many.
avenues that things could have gone, and the reasons why they went the way they went.
But then again, she should have thoroughly checked it, even if someone
Every freaking time.
Yep. tried to set her up, should have been thoroughly checked. I don't know.
Agreed.
Right,
No,
wrong.
should have been.
Yeah, that's true.
If even so, when I'm on set and there's a weapon on set, even if I've touched that gun already and then I go to set it down on the table because we're at break or whatever's going on, every time I touch that gun, I have to check and I have to have somebody check with me. Every time you touch a weapon, whether you touch that weapon and that's your weapon, your responsibility, you need to check that thing every freaking time you pick it up. Doesn't matter.
It sounds about right. That's how it should be. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yes,
Have
that's
you ever
true.
worked on set when where they had guns, firearms?
Guns and firearms. Not filming it when I'm doing makeup. I mean, no, I don't think so. No.
You just
Yeah.
check it. Make sure everything's kosher. Everything's good. So, do you know what the end game is for this movie? Do you know? Hello, Jamie. Do you know what's going on with Alec Baldwin right now? Is he?
Well, right now, Alex he was charged possibly for 5 years
Yeah.
prison time, but they've lowered it to 18 months maximum, and
Was that house arrest? Is he?
According to, the
Yeah.
court notes here. And the 5 year or the longer sentence is going to happen to the armory, Hannah Gutierrez.
Oh,
Which makes sense.
okay.
She's armory.
She was responsible for the weapons and ammunition.
Is there any information like where the movie's at? Is it complete? Is this thing done? Is it?
Does it say anything about the production still ongoing? Is it?
It says that this is as of April. Alec Baldwin resumes filming Rust in Montana.
What? So he's still a part of it?
Is that where it was? You said it like were they not filming in Montana originally?
They were filming in New Mexico.
They were.
Yeah.
Where I was born.
So obviously he changed. I wonder why.
There's got to be a reason.
Yeah. Was it the taxes, you think?
I doubt, because I know New Mexico has some of the best taxes for filming.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's probably why they were there originally.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming it's there's some loopholes to continue production that got out of New Mexico.
They didn't want him there anymore, probably. They're like, get the fuck out
And
of
I
here.
believe that as well.
Yeah.
And we all know California.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
So he's not gonna want to come to
yeah,
America.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. California, no way. So that's the word right now? That's the most recent article? Okay. Got it. Well, man, good luck, Alec Baldwin. And sorry to hear what happened. Rest in peace, Halyna Hutchins. That shouldn't have happened. That really shouldn't have happened. People should have been more responsible. I hope whoever is responsible for this, they get what they deserve. Okay, let's move on to. I didn't introduce you. Yolanda. Yolanda, we have a talented makeup artist / model
thank you
with
very
us.
much. Thank you. Hello.
Yolanda Gonzales.
Hi.
So tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Gonzales, and I've known April since middle school. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're a social media network circle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
With
awesome.
Alex.
So do you have any projects coming up?
Right now, well, I do a lot of brand ambassador work right now, and I do makeup. But I've been focusing more on brand ambassador work. Brand ambassador work.
I love doing promo stuff. That was fun. Do you work for an agency?
Different ones, yeah.
To
Different.
push models.
Not just that one. Different ones. I do well, just several like AFA models. Hustle Monkeys. Then there's this app called Hustle Herd. And a bunch of other modeling agencies.
So it's really funny. You and Jayce have been friends on Facebook for I don't know how long. Okay, but you guys just met today, and you guys were kind of like
In
"Are we
person.
friends?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we looked it up and like, okay, we're friends.
Yeah. April's like, do you know who that is?
That's the
I
world
don't
of
know.
social media, everybody. Okay, so content
Yes.
creating in the industry, that's how it is. All
Mhm.
right, so let's move on to our next topic, shall we?
Let's do it.
Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom. Hello. That is one controversial movie right now. And I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about it, to be honest with you. I saw the movie.
You saw
Okay.
the movie. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
saw
have
the
not
movie.
seen it. I look forward to seeing it releasing. Though.
Same.
It
Same.
is an amazing movie. It's just so profound. The message is really deep and very important
Oh
for
yeah,
the society, for the
I
public
definitely agree.
to hear. And a lot of people are not all about that though. Okay? And it's really weird because the message is child trafficking, human trafficking is bad. Let's let everyone be aware of that. Child safety, human safety, number one. Okay, let's focus on that. Let's let everyone be aware that this is happening every single day. 2 million children are being kidnapped so they can be used for child trafficking. This is a very big industry because bigger than the drug industry, okay? Because with a bag of cocaine or with cocaine, let's say cocaine, you can sell that once.
Yeah.
But a child, you can sell them 10 times a day. That is disgusting.
The
Have you heard
term
about
the
that?
term is reusable, and that's kind of disgusting. Yeah.
But it's true, right? And this is what's happening.
Filthy,
Now, this
gross.
movie exposes people that are doing this. It's bringing awareness. Like, hey, this is happening in the US right now. It's bringing awareness to not just the US, but the whole world that, hey, this is happening. Just it's over there, right? It's everywhere. It's in Kenya. It's in Japan. It's everywhere. People are getting kidnapped. Children are getting kidnapped as young as like infants.
Are they focusing on the state version of this, or is it bringing awareness to everywhere?
Internationally, really, but they started the movie off in is it South America? Somewhere in South America. It's a little girl playing in her house, and then they get a knock on the door, and it's some model scout looking for children.
It's very common, very common.
Okay, and then so she's there with her dad. Her dad's a single father, so it's just him raising the kids. She's there with her dad and her little brother. And then so the model scout walks in. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you guys look so good. Do you guys want to model? Do you guys want to be child models?" And of course, her, she's in that age now. She's like 12. She's like, yeah, I'm into that. And then so she kind of begs her dad, like, please, can we go to these auditions? So they show up for this audition. The lady's right there, the model scout. She's like, okay, like, come back at 7 p.m. We're going to do some lines. We're going to run some lines, take pictures of your children for you. And then he's like, I can't go in. She's like, no, you can't go in. And then he's like, okay, so be back at 7. She's like, yeah, come back at 7. So he leaves them there. He comes back at that time, 7 p.m. They're gone. Gone. Disappeared. It's just like, imagine that. That's heartbreaking, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, geez. So people are trying to say this movie is about religion and politics, which is really weird because I watched the movie.
That didn't come off that way.
Nothing to do with. There's not one.
I haven't seen it, but in your opinion, like, why do you think that they mentioned like had to do with?
Well, I don't even want to bring up politics for this, but there's certain people out there that don't want this movie to be seen, maybe because they benefit from it or they think that they're promoting a certain side, which is crazy because no one brings up politics in the movie. Nobody, not one person. That you hear about Homeland Security because the guy who saves these children, Tim Ballard, who's played by Jim Caviezel, he sets up sting operations in different countries to get the bad guys, to get these traffickers.
That's the actor from
Passion of the Christ. Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't like him because he picks these controversial movies where it's like,
I can see why people wouldn't like him because like I feel like he's like doing this for a good cause, and I feel like what's the word I can say, like I would use, I mean, a lot of people in this world
turn the other cheek.
They're too scared. They're too scared to like, stand up, and they're just afraid to stand up to what's right, Yeah. And I feel like maybe that's why they look down upon him, because possibly because they might be like that. Maybe they think it's okay. I'm not saying that they do, but it's just possible.
Some of them.
Well, we also, a great example of that on a much smaller scale is I used to post a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram about animal cruelty, about all kinds of different things.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the people don't want to see that stuff. They want to, it ruins their day. It ruins their day. They don't want to know that that's going on. They want it to be in the back of their head. It's really unfortunate.
Crazy.
It's really unfortunate.
And people should know that awareness is what's going to help this world. If like, you post about like animals being harmed and, like these what do you call these dog fights and all these things. Like, my friend actually rescues dogs that are being abused in Tijuana.
Nice.
That's what he does. His name is Tyler Checkman. Anyways, but he rescues these dogs that are being abused. There are people like that. They're taking these dogs in and abusing them. Why? I don't know.
People have like mental problems, and they think it's okay to do something bad to an animal.
It's disgusting. They starve these dogs, these animals on purpose. I don't know why. It's really disgusting. And to think about children, that's happening to children too.
Pure innocence.
Yeah.
Pure innocence being ruined.
And animals and children, I feel like they're really similar.
Very similar.
Like
Yeah.
what did
babies.
they do? Like, what did they do? Nothing.
Mhm.
So like these children are getting taken from their homes and they're getting sold off. And this movie talks about that. This movie's like, hey, this is happening in the world right now. But people are like, no, this movie's about politics and religion and what's it called? QAnon. What do you know about QAnon? Do you know anything about QAnon? I don't know anything
Don't-
about QAnon.
Don't know enough, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't like support. I mean, I'm okay. Look, if you're a QAnon person, that's
all
that's
good.
cool. I'm not that, but I still feel like this whole world should agree on this. We should all have this common denominator, which is
Yes.
do not hurt children.
Compassion.
Oh yeah,
Compassion. Just be benevolent.
never harm children.
Compassion.
Why are we not bringing this awareness out there? Why are people trying to shut this movie down? Why are they not promoting it? I really don't know. What do you guys think? Why do you guys think it's happening?
They think it's okay. Maybe they're they're
I
pedophiles.
I think it's people that might be involved in such actions, or there might be some powerful people out there. There are that don't. This is hitting close to home.
Yeah.
It's one step closer to revealing who they potentially could be. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what I would assume.
Yeah.
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 That's my
It's
opinion
so
too.
sad because it's such a profound message. It's such a great movie. Nowadays movies are just like it's have you guys been hearing about like crap projects that are just being made right now? Like
Oh
just
yeah.
no deep message, no meaning whatsoever. It's just like some I don't know. Like I'm not trying to call out anyone, okay? If that's you've been wanting to do that since you were like 5 years old, like more power to you. But I feel like movies like this should be promoted. Like, I mean, I know you're doing like some films or you're acting in them, and you choose like to do films that are like okay, this is important. This has
One, it has to have a message.
Yeah.
And two, like we're doing films that we're attaching actual nonprofits to that are involved in the films.
That's
That's
good.
nice.
Yeah,
A good
Hollywood's
cause.
not doing it. Why not? I mean, somebody's got to do it. Shoot.
A good
good.
cause. You know what I mean? And it's like, how about you? Are you familiar with like people that are like making movies right now? Like,
Not
have-
nonprofits though, but that's really good.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you what's your recent project where
Oh, with John Meadow.
oh so the 48 hour?
Mhm.
What's that like? So with the 48 hour, explain to them what the 48 hour.
Stressful.
You're up for 48
Well,
hours. Jeez.
You get no sleep, like maybe 1-2 hours,
Uh-huh.
like hardly little to none. And you may or may not win. I mean, I believe it was like 2 years ago. I did a 48-hour film. No, I didn't do a film, but I did makeup for a movie and with Ishmael, and I got like maybe an hour's sleep, but it came out well. Everything came out good. And I actually, I did the makeup. Well, also with Long, and we won best makeup, and it all came out nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
you.
So it's a contest, right?
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
to make a film in under 48 hours. You literally have to write it, and it has to be edited and finished in less than 48 hours.
Yeah. It has to be submitted and everything.
So if anything, it does teach you how to work under pressure and under a time constraint, which is great because
It's great
that's the
practice.
film industry.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it all worked out great. I mean, they even threw me in there as an actress. I wasn't expecting to act, but
Triple
it
threat.
all worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You always gotta have those.
Got to.
Well,
You're a
thank you.
triple threat too, right?
I was at one point.
Yeah, no, okay, so this movie, who had it originally? You said it was Fox, right? And then Fox was bought out by Disney.
Was it?
And then
Sure.
Disney decided to toss this film.
That was on them? I guess so. Huh.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, Disney, really? Okay.
But to me, that would make more sense. Like it is their imperative. It should be their responsibility. They should take accountability if they're chutzpah, if the meat of what they do, which is Disney, is family and child oriented.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right?
I mean, you're gonna have people that don't like it, but you have so many people out there that are following you that have subscriptions to your platform that whoever falls off isn't gonna make a big difference. I don't think so. I don't think there's that many people that would cancel a subscription or whatever.
It's really weird. I mean, I know I wouldn't. As a parent,
Even if I didn't
know?
like it, I'd be like, I'm just not gonna watch the show. That's
Yeah.
it. I'll watch.
but they had no problem with was it? I'm not saying this is Disney's production, but was that one movie where the little kids are just like dancing like
Oh,
cuties? Was it Cuties?
Was this the recent? Not
I think
recent.
it was 2020.
2020.
For someone to be directing something like that, like I'd feel wrong.
And I'm a pretty liberal individual.
Okay.
Like I'm not a liberal. I'm not gonna say that. I'm a liberal individual. Like I'm very open-minded to
Yeah.
you know. But I'm just like I don't know. I just it doesn't fit right. Like in their own girls and boys in their own preteens, teens. We were all there. We
Yeah.
know what we do behind closed doors. We're all
That's
curious and
fine.
whatever. That's fine. But as a grown person, a grown adult, to direct underage kids to do something like that is it's weird. It's weird.
Like
It's
you would never do that.
No,
For sure.
that.
Would you do that?
No,
Would you have been in production where someone's like, okay, little girls, go shake that thing.
I mean, no, it's just it looks bad. It looks. I feel like it would make the film set look bad. Like
Yeah.
it's like pedophilia in a way. It's like
I mean, it
Gross.
looks like that, but some people are defending it. They're like, well, you know what? That was it. Where did they make that movie? They're defending the director and where it was made. They're like, well, wherever they made that.
That's right, because it was in a different country, right?
Yeah, they're like it's so they're so lenient there. They're so like
which country was that again?
I don't know, but you know what? Okay, so
Okay.
I'm not condoning, but at the same time, it's really tough to play God with your what your guidelines and what your morals are. I mean, look, women aren't allowed to do all kinds of different things in the Middle East.
Right.
What are we doing? And I'm not going to give my view on this. I'm going to stay away from this, but we're banning abortions here when a woman a woman should be able to choose what she wants to do. I just found out about I was listening to a news article this morning about a third grader who had a kid because the abortion was banned even, I don't know exactly what happened,
oh
but like,
wow.
she had to have the kid. She's in third grade, and her family and her couldn't they can't take care of the kid. They don't have toys, they don't have anything, they don't have the wherewithal. So the thing is, there's hypocrites, and so it's like we say, oh, it's not good for you guys overseas to kill dogs, but we're okay with killing cows and chicken and pigs and
Right.
other intelligent animals. So it's when you think about it that way, I'm like, okay. I'm still not okay with it, but woof. Shoot, I don't
Well,
know.
like
Like,
cultural differences, right?
cultural differences.
Those
Like,
people were brought up that way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Very
that's
different
all
way.
they know.
People
Yeah.
people in Europe, they have topless news too.
Yeah.
People here,
Yeah, my dad told
Wow.
me that.
I think it is a European film.
France,
There you go.
France too,
friends.
or it's Germany. No,
Not that I
Germany too.
condone
I
it,
think
but
unless
those
I'm wrong,
people-
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Germany too. Like
Those
it's
people are
permitted.
very
Yeah.
how you call it? What's the word in France?
It's just okay for them to do that there. But it's true.
They
They do things differently.
yeah.
they do things differently.
Today, so
It's
okay.
just like maybe their culture. I'm not sure.
But like my point was that people were promoting that movie, these articles. Was it Rolling Stones? If you can look that up for me really quick, I'd appreciate it. If you can't find it, that's fine. But we just heard something that an article, multiple articles actually, were promoting Cuties, or what's it called?
Friends.
Yeah.
Friend-
Cuties. What's it called? Cuties, right?
Is it
So
friends?
I think
they're
that's what it's
promoting
called.
it. They're like, yeah, it's a feel good movie. First of all, it's the wrong. I wouldn't call it.
They said a feel good movie.
Yeah.
See, I watched part of it. No, it's.
He's like,
Watch it. I have to watch it. I haven't seen
But it is a cultural. It is very different. Like as soon as you watch it, it's not from here. It's
Yeah.
a foreign film.
totally.
And you get right off the bat, the culture is very different. You
Yeah.
know? So
So what I hated about that was people were defending that movie, yet people were like, don't, if you want to watch Sound of Freedom, just to brace yourself. It's about QAnon people and religion and politics. Not
it's about trafficking.
it's about
Period. End of story.
it. Straight to the
trafficking.
point. Just say it as it is.
This about this movie. They made this movie 5 years ago. It took them 5 years
5
to
years
get it
ago?
out. Yeah.
No.
You know why? No
No,
one
no.
wanted it. No one wanted to show it. No one wanted to pick it up. No one.
That's terrible.
No distribute. Nothing. Okay. Because they turned to Hollywood. They're like, do you think you can help us? This and that. And then I don't know who they turned to specifically. And then Disney bought them out. When did Disney buy them out? I didn't even know that Disney bought out Fox, 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, that was fairly recent. It was in last.
So it's got to So it's not 5 years ago.
2017.
Yeah, so we're
I
like
said
6.
2019.
We're at 6.
Okay, that's
We're
weird.
at 6 years. 5, 6
6
years.
years.
So that was Okay, also look up QAnon while you're right there. Look up QAnon. I don't know anything about it.
Neither do I.
I don't know anything about it.
About it.
But
I just know it's political. That's why I stay away from it.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
QAnon happened recently, whereas this movie was made way before that.
Well, a lot of stuff, was birthed from 2020,
Right?
2020, like Trump being elected, the Black Lives Matter movement,
COVID.
COVID, the rise in the LGBTQ. Is there one I'm missing? LGBTQ. I think I'm missing one.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
lesbian, queer.
The American far-right political sphere of QAnon started in 2017.
So QAnon is the answer to what is the far left version of that? There's the QAnon, and then the far left is
Oh, what's the name? I know they were supporting what's that? Remember? Oh
my God.
Gosh, it's a group.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
So
about?
QAnon is a group. They're
So the opposite of QAnon
Opposite
is.
of
Can you
QAnon.
look it up? They were part of the. They were big during 2020 during the riots,
yeah.
right?
Oh my God. Yes. Exactly. Oh my God.
Come on, help us.
Here. I have my
Do this.
Yeah, let's help out. Okay.
opposite of
Antifa? Is it Antifa?
Antifa.
There you go. I
Antifa.
couldn't even get her. I was like, come on, what's that? They sounded crazy. But no, okay, Antifa. Antifa.
Yes, Antifa is a left wing. Antifa. It's a left wing anti-fascist and anti-racist
I
political
don't know
movement.
much about Antifa either.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
They're both
Extremist.
on the extreme side. Yes.
Yeah?
They're both on the extreme side.
That's wild. Okay. So, all right, you guys, I just want to let everyone know out there that this movie has nothing to do with politics or religion, really. It's about saving children, and I think we all can agree with just that. I'm not a part of any like political side. I'm not left or right. I don't want to even label myself as anything. But I mean, I do believe in God. Okay, that's one. And I believe in children's safety and that they should
I'm with that.
be safe. And why people can't agree on that, I don't know. It's baffling. It's beyond me. I don't know. But this movie's safe. It's non-religious. It's there's nothing about mention any about politics or anything like that.
So it's very straightforward. It's
very straightforward. Coming from me, I've seen the movie. You're good. Okay. There's no reference to Trump or Biden.
is it still available?
Yeah,
And where?
it's actually doing good in domestic box office
Domestic
right
box
now.
office.
They're not international yet, but there's talks about them being
It's
international.
not international yet. It's
Yeah.
been out for a while, right?
Crazy, right? Yeah. I'd say for a while that's a
July
decent
4th, I think.
that's a decent amount because usually they
Over a month. I can't believe it. That's crazy.
yeah, really weird. But it beat out Indiana Jones
Yes, it did. I
Yeah.
remember, and I think it beat out
And Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
at one point.
I remember seeing there's an
Yeah.
interview, and people were like, "What?"
Mission Impossible. It's
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's weird because there's limited show times.
Hmm.
There are limited show times.
Wow.
And there's this kind of like thing going on where supposedly, and I've seen it on TikTok and YouTube, where they kind of sabotage the film. They turn off the AC. Something happens to the projector. The sound is turned off.
That's terrible.
Documented people are
Terrible.
saying this is
Yeah,
going on.
yeah. It was. They even shot it. They're like, why is this happening? The movie's off. The lights are on. Why is this happening? I mean, we all know when we go watch a movie, they start to turn off the lights. We get comfortable, and then the movie starts. Lights were on the whole time.
And for this, for multiple showings, different showings. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's really.
That's
weird.
maybe happened to me, maybe twice, but for
This
sure
happened to
once.
me.
in the whole lifetime of me going to.
I've actually,
Isn't that crazy.
that actually does happen. I've been to inside those movie auditoriums where it actually has shut down. And,
Yeah.
like, it
But
misses
that's only
that.
happened once to me. Has it happened more than that too?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Wow. Oh wow. But it's with this one particular.
This
movie.
one particular movie is happening repetitive times with us.
Makes me think that maybe other films are. Gosh, they do that too.
I mean, controversial. I'm sure.
Possibly.
But I mean, you never know. It's just maybe a coincidence.
It-
I don't know.
I mean, if it's on the it's on the spot, if it's spotlighted, that it could be just more obvious than other films it's happening to.
Really weird.
knows?
Speaking of movies, okay, you guys, what are some upcoming movies that you guys are excited to
Son of Freedom.
watch? Sound of Freedom, that's one of them. That's first on the list, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watched. Mine was because he's a goat. Mission Impossible. I finally
Oh,
watch.
nice.
I took myself to a self date like two weekends ago, and
Nice.
I watched the Barbie movie. I thought it was
the Barbie
cute.
movie. That's on my.
I thought it was cute.
Yes.
Seen Barbie?
No, I haven't, but I've heard. I
You
mean,
should watch it.
everybody-
I feel like it has a good story to it.
Yeah.
It's not just
Or her that has a great agenda.
I'll let
It tells
you
a great
watch it.
message, but it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I feel like it has a
supposedly
good
doesn't feel forced. It's what I'm
That's
hearing.
good.
yeah, very much.
Light movie.
Yeah. It's a light
It's a
movie.
light
There you
movie.
go. Yeah.
They have
good.
fun talking about.
Yeah,
supposed
it's a cute
feminism
movie.
and masculinity and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's-
that's true. Yeah.
I'm not opposed. I mean,
I recommend
as
it.
long as it's not shoved down my throat, I'm good. I can make
No,
it.
Nice.
it definitely
I love
isn't. It's a really. It's I feel like I can say it's like it's a cute movie. Like
Okay.
it's a cute movie.
Okay.
That's fun. That's good.
And wasn't the director got some accolade recently? She beat out because it was a female. She's the first female
Oh, wow.
director to get something. She surpassed the female director of Marvel,
Marvel. Oh yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Do you
So
know the
she
name?
set a record. So Captain Marvel director set a record, and then she broke her record
That's because it's.
as a female.
Awesome.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. I mean,
want
and I mean,
Barbie?
it's pretty popular with Barbie.
Love that. That's
I love
crazy.
Barbie.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that hasn't really seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
No,
it?
I
You
haven't
should
seen
watch
it.
it. You haven't seen it.
I haven't
Okay,
seen it.
you haven't.
I think you'll like it. You should. You haven't seen Barbie?
No,
No,
I.
you should watch
It's
it.
funny
think-
because I
think
used
you'll
to.
like it.
I just like in 2020, I used to collect Barbies.
Really?
Yeah, I used to collect Barbies when I was a little kid. Yeah,
I had a Barbie house. We sold it though.
I had a Barbie Mustang.
Or we gave it.
Oh my goodness.
I love Barbie. I mean, people say I'm
I
Barbie.
remember when I was a young kid, our family had our family friends had a daughter, and she would bring Barbie over and force me to play Barbie with her.
Yeah, that's all.
Ah,
It's so
how
cute.
cute. Yeah, that's cute.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I love Barbie. I mean,
That
she's
is
always forever going to be an icon. So that was a smart move. They made a movie out of that.
yeah, it is. I think
Great.
it's
Wow, the
really good for
director's
marketing
thing out.
too.
Yeah, the director's female.
That's
Did you
badass.
find out what the record she
That's
broke between
badass.
her? So as the director of Barbie broke a record by Captain Marvel's director.
Captain Marvel's director is Anna Boden.
Okay. I'm curious because I was like,
Greta Gerwig.
okay, yeah.
Box office breaks record.
That's-
Greta Gerwig.
So she broke the
Greta
box office
Gerwig.
records.
Greta
That's what it
Gerwig.
is.
Did you?
She broke Captain
Love
Marvel's.
Greta Gerwig.
I
Yeah.
expected that to happen just because
Sure.
Barbie is like
Very
you know the
popular.
media. And,
But you know what?
like, mom.
I do not think it would have happened if it was a male director. I think there's something special about having a female director for that.
That
movie.
female touch.
Yeah.
feminist.
And if you guys didn't know,
Oh, she's feminist?
No, I'm saying like in my opinion, I think it's because like
a male couldn't direct. He couldn't lead. A male couldn't lead something that has messages. I mean, a male could, but I think a female obviously is closer to that subject matter, so a female can
I agree with you.
better tell that story.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's probably why. And I do think like a man, you know, kind of directing. I mean,
It would be interesting.
it,
It'd
let's
be interesting to see who would be the director.
touch on
Steven
that
Spielberg. No, I'm kidding.
imagine him directing the Barbie,
Barbie.
movie.
Hey,
Look, there'd be like Alien.
I was gonna say like E.T. would come in.
gosh, funny.
Watch that.
Shoot.
Watch that. Okay,
Barbie.
so what's coming up and what's coming to
Here.
theater soon?
Tell you right now.
Oh wait,
I don't know. I don't know what's
what
going
scary
on.
movies are coming out? You guys, I love scary
I
movies.
know. I just rented it with my roomie, and we have to watch it. Ah, I'm so glad I remember this. Is the last Insidious just came out to rent?
City.
That's at home though. I don't know about the theaters. It's already been out in theaters, but
Oh my gosh, watching that movie, I can't stop watching it, but it just gives me anxiety.
The Exorcist. Like nowadays, it's like nothing. Like
There's, like, 10
everything's
exorcisms.
controversial. Yeah, it's like so hard to figure out. It's like how can we be controversial?
Yeah.
What's that thing where like people like it's such a simple word. How did I forget this word? Yeah, curses.
I heard that it happened with the alfalfa.
Alfalfa?
I heard.
I mean the movie or
like
the
on set.
the
I mean, I don't have all the facts.
so a movie production is cursed? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like what's it called? Like when you do a movie and there's like all these things like bad things happening.
Oh,
There's movies happen like that, right? They keep
There
saying
are.
they're like
Oh,
they're like cursed movies, but there's a term for it. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So it happened with was it The Crow?
Oh,
Really?
speaking of, I mean, Brandon Lee, he got shot by a bullet on set.
Yeah. Oh, whose fault was that? Do you remember?
I don't remember. But yeah, I was gonna say that earlier. Brandon Lee was shot on set and he got killed.
Really?
So
Yep,
yeah,
Bruce Lee's son.
there's
That's
this
how he died
curse.
from the crow.
Yeah, there's this curse that I think it's more that one's more family curse.
recently on YouTube.
Yeah.
About Bruce Lee's son or something.
Oh, they're coming out with a new crow.
I'm not opposed to that. That was a great.
I'd watch that movie. I would watch that movie. Sad, but I mean, I'd watch it.
It's a dark franchise.
It's
Really dark.
I love dark movies.
Yeah.
I'm really into that.
Yeah.
I can't.
like different genres. I think it's interesting to watch different genres.
Yeah. Why limit yourself?
Part.
Yeah.
Edge of your seat type stuff. I love that. I love suspenseful movies.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love a movie where I'm like I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love plot twists.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Reminiscence is a great one for that. If you have not seen that,
I'll check
you
that
need to see that with Hugh Jackman. That's a romantic sci-fi.
Mhm.
So like Time Traveler's Wife, Age of Adeline,
Oh wow.
Ghost from the
Oh,
90s.
I-
It's like kind of
It's that-
it's like in
I
that
know
it's
that.
like in that genre.
I
That's
like
classic.
that. It's
Yeah.
like I like that.
Yeah, Reminiscence plays with your head. Plays with your head.
I like watching those paranormal type of
I mean, like the reality type, like where they have the cameras up in the corners, like those,
Dude.
like Paranormal Activity.
anything with a good story. I like.
That's
anything
so
with a good story.
underrated. Movies like Paranormal Activity. I feel like they should come out with more stuff like that, but actually make it scary,
I
not
think
so
it would be
shaky.
really interesting.
Yeah, because I think
Not
they
so
actually
shaky.
it picked up, and I think they did so many that way that people just got like, oh, there's another one.
Can you give me like a little snack?
I see the
Sorry.
Cheez-Its.
I need something. Or like, do you have carrots? You really have carrots in there?
I actually had Cheez-Its in my bag, but they've been sitting there forever, so I just threw them away.
Okay,
What's in
so
it?
so
Oh,
here, just
Nice.
toss it. Thanks.
I
So-
got some other stuff we can.
okay. Well, I'm good right now. Eat those carrots.
Yeah, definitely eat. You need to eat, girl. Not in a bad way. I mean, like, so you won't. I'll just. Hey, Mom, I'm sorry.
I love you,
I love
Yolanda.
Got it on camera.
I just want you to die.
I love-
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my gosh, that
No,
went
I'm
dark.
just gonna say, let me fix your hair. It's starting to
It went dark. No, you didn't fix my hair.
Did she get something?
No, it's just hair OCD. When I just.
You didn't fix it.
It's great having hair person.
So this
She's
is
gonna
fine.
fix my hair next.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. What else? What are you excited for? Movies, movie wise? Give me something. Give me something.
Upcoming thrillers that might be taking place. Funny, good what?
How about true crime movies? You know, that's popular right now. True crime,
It is.
true crime
It is, yeah.
documentaries and stuff
I
like
like
that.
watching like narc movies too. I think they're interesting.
Yeah, true crime. It's part of true crime genre. It's really good.
Ozark was a great series. It's not a movie, but that was a series. But that was phenomenal.
I keep hearing good things about that. Jason Bateman, right?
That
Is he-
whole
is
cast
he
is
good?
stellar. That whole cast
Solid.
is one of the best casts. Them, and then if you've not seen Succession, the series on HBO, that cast is amazing. With
There's
Brian.
a lot of missing out, you guys.
It's tough. This is the problem. Is there are so many people creating content now. It's like if you watch all the good, even not even any of the bad stuff, still just the good stuff. Like you have no time for life. Like there are so many
Yeah.
amazing projects that do. Though you're right on the other end of it, there's so much shit being made. Though one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, but yeah, Ozark definite must. But these are series. So Ozark.
I love series. I could binge watch something for like a whole weekend.
You definitely binge watch
How
Succession.
many guys binge watching?
Ozark is not 4.
It's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Finish that in a week.
Yeah, and then Succession is. I think Succession ended on 4.
All right.
Yeah.
So, oh, you know what? Okay, my favorite series all time, Breaking Bad. Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah.
So funny. Everybody gives me a hard time because the acting and the story and everything's so great. I have not seen any of it.
No. Okay,
okay,
you have
that's
to.
what
I
soon.
think I have this weird thing where like when everybody's watching something and everybody's raving about it, sometimes I'm like,
like nah.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's no.
Okay.
I didn't watch
I
it
thought the
until
same
like.
thing because I don't know. And the same thing with I don't know. You guys are probably gonna bite my head off for this, but what's that zombie movie called? I mean, the show.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't seen
see,
that.
but I jump on that bandwagon. I jumped on the Game of Thrones bandwagon. You know, it's other bandwagons I jump on for some reason.
You know why I think it is? I think it's because we're leaders and we don't like to.
Sometimes. Definitely. I like to mix it up.
Yeah.
It's not a
'Cause
bad
sometimes
thing,
I'm like,
yeah.
take the wheel because I trust that
Exactly.
person.
Exactly.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm comfortable with you taking the wheel. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so those shows definitely gotta check out Ozark. Okay.
Breaking Bad. I'll watch the
Okay.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Watch a little. You know, it actually took us a while. It took us a while.
To get
actually.
into it?
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I didn't get into it until later on.
Okay.
I was like the later on.
Okay.
So when it came out, people were like, "Yeah, we gotta watch this right away," and I was just kind of like put it in the back burner. Yeah, I'm just like, "Oh no." But then later on, I think like 5 years after, no,
You
like
revisit
3
it.
years.
You revisit it.
Yeah, 3 years after the series ended. That's when
After
I
it
started.
ended.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
How
wasn't
many-
a
how
part
many-
of the bandwagon when it was like, like I think on AMC.
How many seasons is it?
How many seasons
It's
Breaking
a
Bad?
lot, isn't it?
I think it's
Like 8?
7
or
or 8.
7? Okay.
Okay.
But they're not like 20 episode seasons. They're like, or they're like less than that.
10?
Yeah, like 15 or.
That's
You know what
that's
show
still
really
great.
got me hooked?
What?
When I loved watching this show called Prison Break. You guys ever seen it?
Prison Break.
I saw the movie because I think the show is based off of a movie that came out in the 90s.
Oh wow, you
I think-
guys! I don't know
Or
much
maybe that's
about
You'll
back-
like it. You'll love
Could be
it.
backwards.
It's just Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was gonna say, so Prison Break is about dang it, I don't remember his name. But this is gonna be a lot of actors. Caucasian guy, blue eyes. He's plays an
one?
That's why.
Yeah.
Let me Google it. Hold on. Let me Google it.
A lot
Sorry.
of those. Shoot.
And the reason why it got me hooked is because he's very handsome, and he's
Yes.
in
Oh,
the, in
that'll-
the movie. he
that'll do
plays
it, right?
it most of the time with his shirt off.
Okay,
Sexy
I'm
body.
watching it now.
Are you either Dominic Purcell or Wentworth Miller?
I have to Google.
This
his
is
name.
Dominic
She
Purcell.
doesn't know his name, but she knows he's hot.
So is it that one?
That's the dad, or
That's-
that's the brother. I'm sorry.
So then this guy right here.
The main actor is him. Yes, he's
Oh my
Who
god!
recently? Well, I don't know. Recently, the last couple of years, he came out.
gay.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
Oh, and then Amari. I think he's amazing. Amari Nolasco. Is in
Let's-
this too.
Closet. He's gay or bi or
Yeah.
I don't know something. Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
he's got. Yeah.
But it's because he plays the actor. He's a genius in the movie, and most of the time he plays the show with the shirt off. So
Mhm.
it's very suspenseful.
Yeah.
And then they're about to every time the show is about to end, he leaves you like
Hanging with something.
Yeah, they know how to like leave you like wanting to say
That's
something
else.
Those are great shows. What are you about to say, April?
If that's the case, no.
You'll love the show. You really will. Like I stayed up like watching so many shows, and my brother's like, "Go to bed." I'm like, no.
Do they?
That's an older series, right? Isn't it? Was it Hooked?
Yeah, just have like a cute,
Yeah.
blue-eyed blonde guy, whatever, with his
He
shirt
doesn't
off.
have any hair really. Like maybe
Oh,
like this much.
He has like this
Hey,
much hair. That doesn't matter. What do you look like with your shirt off? That's what matters.
Oh gosh, it's funny.
Yeah, SVU. Actually, I love SVU. It has a lot to do with like true events.
Yeah,
I
I like
like-
watching baseball.
What is this? S what?
Law and Order SVU.
Oh, okay.
Law
They've
and Order.
been
Oh, I
around
like
for, like-
Law and Order. Yeah, Law and Order. That's
23 seasons.
It'll keep going.
Oh gosh, I hope it keeps going because that's the only show I'd want to like. I'm like, okay, I'm not an actress or anything, but I'd want to be an actress to be on that show.
I would too. It's really like it's just interesting.
I love it. It's so addicting. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for us. I want to thank you guys for watching this podcast, and I hope it was entertaining for you. It was definitely entertaining
Had a
for
good time.
us. I had a great time with these two. I hope they come back on the show. So before we go, let the viewers know where we can find you both, starting with Jayce. So we'll start with you.
It's easy. Jayce Venditti, my name.
Venditti.
Facebook, yeah, Venditti.
Venditti, you got to do the
I keep it easy. I keep it easy for you. Venditti keeps it easy.
yes. I like that.
Venditti. Just look up the name. Instagram, Facebook, wherever. I just keep it simple. No officially Venditti or any of that stuff. Just Jayce Venditti.
And you'll soon have a TikTok.
And I have a TikTok, but I have nothing on it yet. But because of this girl, I will start putting some content on there.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
April. Oh, and I
It's
thought you were
April's
gonna
turn.
say you too. I thought you were gonna say look
So
me up on
where
Instagram
you
or something.
can find me is here. Where you found me.
For me, you can find me on Instagram or TikTok, yolanda.mua, and that's YOLANDA.MUA.
Nice. All right. Till next time, you guys.
No.